playing against a 900 with whites. Let's go back in with the Heart A Italian, and let's see, because we just had a game a minute ago. We made the guy resign, but we've seen a little tactic. Because I don't know the Italian inside and out. I'm not claiming that at all. Okay. So he's this guy obviously knows what we're trying to do. Now, the way I see this is I could back the bishop with the queen. He takes, we bring our queen out. The bishops are off the board, our queen's out early. I don't really like the sound of that. However, if we take his, then he has to take with his pawn if he wants it back. Doubling up his pawns on the same file. Opening up this file. So at this point, if we're going to take a piece, what do we benefit from it? Well, we benefit messing up his pawns. Like I say, I don't want to bring the queen out. So I'm thinking, let's just take, double up, continue our development. The Italian. It's game over for that opening. So now we just stick to our principles. So, without further ado, there we push the middle. You take, I take. No. It's too early. Why are we fighting now? Don't need to fight yet. Let's develop our pieces. Right. I say we just play a bit safer maybe this game. I suppose I could fight for the middle, and if you take, I take. But then you're going to push down. Could always hop back out the way and then sort of maybe we own the middle a bit more and then get the castle in. We've got to fight for that middle ground, haven't we? Got to. Or do I just leave it for a second? I could take with the queen. And then start developing our pieces. He drops. Could just push the queen forwards. Attack his rook. Let's do it. So far, he's got nothing out. We've got 2 pieces out. I'd say that's a good start. You want to trade queens? What does that do for me? I take. You hop in. I'm no better off. You take. I hop in. I'm no better off. I don't really see the point. Push forward, threaten the queen. You take my pawn. I hop in with the knight. Threaten checkmate. Obviously, he's got the widget he grew up to worry about. So it feels like a bit much, to be honest with you. Attacking, you can't take because we can take you. If you take, we take with the knight. Hopefully you just do something stupid. Okay. I take, you take. Right, at this point, I'm happy to get a castle in. If he wants to take, that's fine. He doesn't. But he has opened up that. He could take. Alright, I'm going to listen to me dad. I'm going to push forwards and give me king an escape route. Okay. You're threatening my queen. You could hop in here. If I just push down to here, then you could bring your bishop, applying pressure. So I don't want to do that. I could come across, threaten to take this pawn and putting you in check. If stuff comes on top for my queen, can always fire across to the other side. I don't know if that's a great move for my queen, to be honest. It sort of prevents this bishop from being able to move at the same time. Because if he pushes down, we push up, that's rook gone. The odds are he'll probably push this pawn forward, I'd imagine. At that point, we could threaten the queen. Want to start developing the rest of our pieces. Get the rooks involved. Where are you going? Where are you going? Ah, you're just defending that. So he's in defensive mentality. Also defending this. Okay, I'm thinking we just develop our pieces. Hop in. Hop in. What else have we got? Maybe do we move some pawns? What if I push out, defend then, and just start rolling some pawns up the board? That's a developing move, isn't it? It allows us to push this pawn. What's your big plan? Okay, what he's done there now is allowed me to throw in a check, and he can no longer drop this backed by that pawn because I can just take it. Since the queen's out, might as well use her. He could sacrifice his queen. Queen of the sorry people. Thought so. At this point, I could trade, because the only way he'll be able to take back is with his king, and that basically no more castling. So at this point, I will trade, because we get something out of it. He can't castle. Lovely jubbly. Let's finish our development. We've also prevented this square. Now I'm thinking maybe just hop this pawn in and just sort of lullify, I think that's the right word, this knight from being able to do anything. Yeah, why not? We've got a whole armada here. Let's put them to the test, shall we? Let's send them to work. If he pushes, we can always take, and then if he takes, we can take. Or we could just take with this pawn. Where are you going? You're not going there, are you? Because I can hop in. You could go here. No, you can't, because if you go there, then I can take you. I push, putting pressure on you. You can't go there. You can't go there. Well, I suppose you could go there, actually. Not if I do this first. Because now if you take and I take and you take, I'll take. That, there you go, rook's involved. Now if I push, where are you going to go? On the side? What if I go forward, let you take? That does nothing for me. Let's just... I feel like that had to happen. We can always push up. Okay. Knights on the Rim of Grim. If you learnt nothing. Try and bait him in to take that, and then we can... didn't think about that one, Mr. Bond. Didn't think about that one. Okay, that was rushed. Okay. Hang on, what do we lose then? It was only a pawn. Relax. Get your head in this game. Have a drink. He's threatening the bishop. We do have protection. He's threatening the pawn. We do have protection. We need to get this rook involved. We need to get this rook involved. So he was paying attention to the bishop from being able to come in. Okay. If I hop in and you take, I can take. Push. Hang on. Push, push. Take, 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 take. We have to do something at this point, because we're going to quickly get to some sort of loggerhead. And I'm not really seeing many options. What we need to watch out for is like I think it's called the drawback mistake. Okay. So if I go here, I back the knight. So if you take, I can just take with, but at the same time you could just drop again. If I hop the knight in, no, because then you'll have two attackers on the bishop. I've only got one defender. So I suppose I could, saying that, if I just push him for now, if he does drop, I can just move again. Navi hops in. We can take. Still got 2 defenders. Ooh. Do we continue pushing? If he moves, he's really fighting for this pawn. Really fighting for it. Saying that, now I've got these 2 back in it. To be fair, maybe I just push. Now his bishop's gone. Push this way. Eventually, I just hit a dead end. Because where's he going to move? I feel like that's the way to push. Because if I push this way, it's all a bit slow. Push. And then I basically free up them squares for him to move to. So that's not an option. So it sort of has to be this. I can't push up with the rook because of this pawn. I can't even attack that pawn because of the backing of this one. I could hop this knight in. Hop in again. Try and cut. What damage could I do from that square? Not a lot, really. Nothing. What if I hop in here, attack the knight, offer up a trade? He's got no. But then what's stopping that from coming in? This. Do you know what? I feel like it has to be. Need to offer that trade up. Need to get rid of one of his knights. Because 2 of them on the board, it's scary. Okay. Got an open file. I just protect this pawn. Saying that, take it, 'cause I'll just take you. So I don't believe that. Push up. Get you to take. Lose a pawn for no reason. Doesn't really do anything for me. Now, though, I can get this rook involved. Let's get the rook involved. The knight can't come in. Because I can take it, with the bishop on them 2. Got options to take on that square. So I've sort of like taken the knight out of the game for now. It would have to go. It can't even go back. Oh, Lord have mercy. It can't go anywhere. Oh, yeah. This is its only square. You're doing threatening that. King, we need you. We need you on the battlefield. I didn't see that, did I? I did not. I repeat, see that. Now we're threatening some business over here. Not gonna lie, that felt grim, son. Might be able to take his rook here. If he goes in front... Okay. That basically gives us the ability to come up, try and cause some damage. Really didn't want to trade that. Really didn't want to trade that. Trading pieces right now does nothing for us. Absolutely not. He knows he's got me. But forget that night. Let's deep this for a second. You take, I take. You push, I take. You hop in, I take. You hop in. There's no real way of getting my rook involved. I could come across, push up, you take, I take, try and get the rook up that route. Don't see any other way, to be honest. It all might be a bit too slow if he starts getting this knight involved. He could just push past it. Definitely made some mistakes in this game. And that ain't no joke. Just trying to eliminate these. Maybe I start trying to push these two up the board. Oh, he's going for this. Mm. Push. This is gone. Nothing I can do about that. And then that'll be next. If I take, I'm never going to be able to get to across the board quick enough. I suppose if I can get my queen central and keep the rook, I might stand a fighting chance of just stopping the pawns from coming in. Pardon me. If I can keep my king central, might be able to do something. It's not looking good though. Oh, it's not looking good. I need him to make a mistake. And that mistake doesn't feel like it's coming. Ay, ay, ay. Victory does not feel like it's on the horizon. That's for sure. Probably drop that. And then I start moving up. Nice. This guy's not stupid. Oh no, that would be a bad move. I don't really know what else to do. That's the end of that. How good are you really, though? Finish me. Ah, you've learnt. Now it is done. But we have to keep going, don't we? Let him finish us. Hurry up about it, Mush. He's probably writing some nasty message. It's like a sauna in this room. Thing is, I just don't even feel like he's that good. 908, 901, 909. You know what I mean? I feel like we can beat this guy. What's he doing? Has he really got this much time in his life? And there you have it. Got battered. Oh, on that last game, I didn't even show you, did I? The big screen. I played with an 83% accuracy. The rating of a 1500. But he just played better. Let's have a little review. Oh, what? Have I just got into another game? No. No. A bot. Can't even do an analysis on that last game, can we? Or can we? Game history. Game review. So we're back on 906 Elo. Start review.
This is the most popular starting move in striking, adding a solid move that defends their E. Impressive. You've got more pieces out and better control of the center. They've offered to trade pieces of equal value. You are forcing your opponent to double pawns. A straightforward recap. This central break opens lines and increases. They exchange pieces of equal value. Nice choice. With the queen out so early, maybe you can develop with tempo. Their better move. Your opponent slipped up, but you didn't take advantage of it.
Oh, yeah. Could have come across and put some pressure on his pawn.
Their queen becomes less active on this square. Castling kingside is a great way to protect your king and develop. Their best option was to develop a piece. Pawns are your king's first line of defense. Moving this one creates unnecessary risks.
Did you hear that, Dad?
They've brought their piece into play while forcing your queen to retreat. You calmly step the queen out of trouble, defending their hanging pawn. Your better option was to attack a pawn chain. Their best option was to develop a knight and attack the center. Your better option was to connect rooks. They stopped the check by interposing a piece between your queen and their king. That was a fair trade. A clear recapture. Very good choice. They bring out their knight, increasing. Well done, an excellent move. They are threatening to capture a pawn and taking some extra thinking time paid off. This move connects their rooks, giving them a stronger position to work together. This move doesn't hurt you much, but it doesn't help either. Your opponent moves their knight to escape your attack. This move leaves one of your pawns hanging for free.
Yeah.
Capturing your hanging.
I was too busy thinking
one of your pawns
I
hanging
could
for free.
Take the bishop, not even considering they could just take it. What a fool.
Capturing your hanging pawn. Nice idea. You connected your. That's playable. Connected rooks can be very useful. That's not a mistake, but they did not. This is a fine move. Their bishop now occupies a secure outpost. You've activated every piece with this move, putting your rook in. Their better move was to develop further. You recaptured the bishop. They develop a new piece. You allowed the opponent to force isolated doubled pawns. You missed a better way to offer an equal trade of pieces.
Well, what was the better way?
This offers a trade to your opponent.
Oh. Yeah. That's where it all went wrong. I opened up my advantage and let him in when I could have went back and traded with him and then burst through the middle. That's where it all went wrong. That's where it all went wrong.
But there are some great moves to review in an otherwise tough game. Let's take a look.
But yeah.
You allowed the. They've improved the. They played the.
So I
recaptured
the wrong way.
They played the strongest move available. This move makes your piece much more effective. Your opponent set up a fork, which will win your pawn. You left your attacked bishop hanging, giving your opponent free material. They took your bishop for free. Nice move.
They were the two
They've improved.
mistakes.
Yes, they moved their king. Nicely done. You are losing a rook this way. They bring in one more attacker, so your rook needs attention. You are forcing your opponent to ruin their pawn.
I didn't
They bring in one more
expect
attacker,
him
so your rook needs attention.
to do that with his rook. That was good, nice play. Because he prevented me from being able to get in. He checked me, so I had to take it. He's just took my bishop. He's forced me to take another rook, and now I'm down another piece. That's good play. I can't even be mad at that. Fair play. Well done.
You are forcing a clear recapture. You had a better option. Precise move from your. Very good choice. Capturing your hanging. Discovered checks. A straightforward. Well done. They defended. Good awareness. They took. Nice. They played one. Good job.
And then he did
That's what I would have played too.
Work.
Defending their hanging. Good awareness. Their knight now. This is a fine move. They made one of them. Very good choice. They bring in one more attacker. So this moves your rook to a safer square. Capturing. Well done. And next. That knight just. This is a fine move. They took your pawn. Very good choice. Pushing their past. Well done. And excellent. They move the knight. This is a fine move. Their knight now occupies. You escape the check from the knight. Pushing their path. Very good choice. They uncover. Well done and excellent. Capturing your. You step your. Their past. That pawn. The rook just stepped. You can win a pawn. Their king steps. You had a chance. They are threatening to force eventual check. You had a chance to play something better.
Like what? That was the big move.
You had a chance to play something better. checkmate and the game is over.
He outdone me. He outdone me. What can you say? I'm no Magnus Carlsen. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm trying my best. He played better than me. You win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day. Oh, 9:06. Exactly where we started tonight.